This review might sound a little disjointed because I'm going to review this as I watch it. I was supposed to be live streaming this review, but it's 8 o'clock in the morning and I overslept. But salute to the people that were in the stream and they treated that as a group chat and they just chatted along with the show even though I wasn't live. I appreciate you guys for coming and hanging out even though it wasn't with me. But this is going to sound disjointed because I'm going to review the matches, but I'll probably splice in my thoughts about the show before I review the matches. In my mind, it's weird, but the way I edit it's going to be fine. You guys aren't going to be none the wiser. So Crown Jewel starts off with Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed in the Australian street fight. Like, I don't know why they don't just call these no DQ matches, because these are not street fights. They're not even in street gear. They're not even on the street. And I haven't been really following Raw or SmackDown to know the nuances of all of these storylines. So I guess I gotta review this match just as a standalone match. I do know that Bronson Reed he lost to Roman at Clash in Paris. So I guess this is the get back. I mean, Roman got his shoes back. I don't know why we had to have this match again, but I mean, here we are. And Bronson Reed, let's just rip the cat out of the bag. Bronson Reed won. Is this a match that Bronson Reed needed to win? I mean, sure, it really does look good on his resume. He's one of the very few people that have beaten Roman Reigns over the past 4 years. I think it's about, how long is that list? About 3 people now? Cody, Jay got a pin on him, and now Bronson Reed, so salute to that. But is it a win that he needed? I don't know, because outside of bragging rights, I don't know exactly what they're going to do with this. Like, is this something that's going to build upon a storyline with Bronson Reed and Roman? I don't think so. Also, at the same time, I don't think that Roman's going to care to need to get his get back against Bronson Reed. It's a waste of Roman's time, to be quite honest with you. But I want to say something about this match. This match did not move me. And I'm hearing that WWE is starting to, I don't want to say get a little more risque, but they're starting to do stuff from what I'm hearing. Apparently on SmackDown and on Raw, they've done things. And it makes me look at this Roman match and I'm watching it and I'm like, this dude isn't doing shit. Like, Roman comes out. He does the entrance. I can't count how many times he stuck his finger in the air. Hey, I was with Roman heavy. I'm a Roman guy. But this match was nothing more than an aura farm. Like, nothing happened here. I can't give you a memorable thing that happened in this match outside of Roman raising his finger in the air and getting on the mic and telling the crowd, hey, if you want tables, acknowledge me. Did we even get the tables when he asked about the tables? I don't even think we got the tables when he mentioned that part. The tables came a little bit later and they played a part into the finish of the match because, we can't have anybody that's a heel win clean. Can we? Nah, we can't. They got to cheat. I understand that, but I mean, not going to have any strong heels that way, but I digress. This version of Roman Reigns, though the character can work and the character can be compelling, which they're showing us, they'll get there. But like the matches, you gotta give us something. Like, I'm in the camp of everybody saying, hey, these Roman matches don't be hitting, and I completely understand. It's because it's a pose down and punch, clothesline, spear. That's it. That's pretty much all you're going to get from Roman. And I understand he's like at this point in his career where he's transcending wrestling and now he's going to be moving on into different realms of entertainment and he wants to preserve himself and keep himself safe. I get that, but bro, come on. You give us anything, bro. Anything. I want to say that I've seen a good Roman match. And when these are the matches, this just isn't it. Especially when it's a no DQ match. These are used to hide the weaknesses of people that don't really work much or really can't work or they're up there in age. You have look at John Cena at SummerSlam. When you get a match like this, you can do things and things just weren't done. Now, that's to completely shit on Roman, but Bronson Reed at the same time, even though you just beat Roman Reigns, you did nothing to stand out. And to me, that just doesn't work in my book, brother. Brother with the hard ER. That just doesn't work in how I like to watch the entertainment of wrestling. So I don't really have much to say on Bronson Reed. I think this could have been a good chance for him to showcase who he is and really break out, but we just didn't get that performance. It's like watching Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania. Dean Ambrose wanted to go balls to the wall. Brock said, that doesn't work for me, brother. Again, brother with the hard ER. But somewhere in this match, we got a spot where Roman sets up the ooh-wah and he's running around the ring so that he could get a spear off. Braun Breaker jumps over the railing and he spears Roman. All right, yay, cool. It's like we just seen this thing, the same spots over and over and over. And to me, they just don't move me. They don't move me. Then they go and together put Roman through the table. Out come the Usos. They get in the way. They do their thing and taking down the Bronze. But things go awry. Roman gets speared. Usos get taken out. And then Roman gets tsunami'd. Now, the ending of the match, when everything was all said and done, we got Roman talking to the Usos about, hey, I told y'all don't come out here. This ain't like things were in the past. This ain't like the old days. And the thing that I like about this is it's letting us know that we're not getting, at least not yet, but they're probably going to be going about making this faction the same but different. It's an oxymoron, kind of like Wyza Now, spelled W-Y-Z-A. By the way, hey, if you're new here, I do talk wrestling. I'm not all that consistent with it, but I'm going to try. If you're new, subscribe. Check out the channel. We got content over here. I just like to spat and talk and yap and stuff and stream. Maybe that'll come back at some point. Roman told the Usos this can only work one way. He let them know that he loves them both. He appreciates them coming to help, but he didn't ask for it. He loves them, but he doesn't want to see them till Christmas. That's in about 2.5 months, and that's cool, right? Roman's probably going to take another sabbatical, but Jay has a big problem with this. Jimmy seems to be fine. Jimmy understands. Bro, he just don't want to see us for a couple months. That ain't nothing new. Jay is losing his shit about this. Now, this is going to continue on into Jay's, I guess, villain art. I'm a little... I'll make a separate video about this on where I think the Bloodline is going to go, because I'll just talk about this forever, but it's time for me to watch another match. Stephanie versus Tiffany. Let me come off the top and tell you, pretty damn good match. And it reminded me that Tiffany actually is a pretty damn good worker. And watching this match, it made me realize sometimes you have to put your best players in the best positions to win. And not all best players can carry any old type of player. On SmackDown, Tiffany has been wrestling the likes of Jade Cargill, Nia Jax, over and over again. I can't remember who else she's wrestled, but seems like she just wrestles the same people over and over again. And they're not the greatest of workers. They're not... Let's say that they're not the smoothest of workers. They have their own way and their own style of doing things. But when you put Tiffany in there with somebody that can work, her stuff looks flawless. Now, this isn't a Tiffany Glaze fest, but I do want to give Tiffany her credit. And we've seen her do a lot of stuff. No, a lot of like, it's not like she did like 10,000 things, but she's did some stuff in this match that we don't typically get a chance to see her do. And she nailed all of it. You know, she nailed all of her spots. I want to say it's because, you know, A, it could be because she's working with someone of similar size, or B, maybe it's just someone that knows how to take moves, you know, somebody that's a little more seasoned. On the other hand, with Stephanie Vaquer, first off, let me say, this woman knows how to make an entrance, man. She knows how to make an entrance. With that being said, it almost seems like all she does is Aura Farm. And it's weird because in the beginning of her matches, and I started to notice a bit of a pattern, and it started this way with IYO. When you watch a Stephanie match, in the very beginning, you're kind of left wondering, like, is this going to be a good match? You know, she starts off pretty slow. It's like she's a pace setter. She knows how to set her pace. And it's almost borderline like technical wrestling, but you could tell that it's not American style technical wrestling. The more the match goes on, the more she unveils. And I kind of dig what the commentary was saying about how Tiffany just doesn't have much film on Stephanie because, you know, we haven't seen much of her. And that works because it kind of creates a mystery for Stephanie Vaquer. It creates a mystique that goes along with the character. Now, I'm not all on board with the symbolism of Satanism, but I guess that's the character that she's running with, and they're playing it up. It's just a complete mystery. And by the time you get to the end of a Stephanie Vaquer match, you're probably wondering, like, wait, with the way this thing started off, how did this match turn out to be such a good match? It's because she knows how to carry her weight. She knows how to pace herself, and she knows how to make the things that she do count when they're supposed to count. For example, the Devil's Kiss. One thing you notice, she almost never gets it on the first try, and it's because she gives the crowd what they want, but then she takes it away by letting there be some sort of interference, and then eventually she pays it off later on. The woman just has a very, very good ring psychology, and she doesn't have to do the most in order to get it out. She knows how to let the person, her dancing partner, she knows how to let that person shine while also still coming off as a gem at the same time. This was an excellent match. Damn near flawless. I can't think of anything that went wrong in this match at all. Literally everything went right. And Tiffany finally gets her first loss in, what, a long time or ever? Has she ever been pinned? Like, ever? I'm sure she has, right? Tiffany's taking a loss. Anyway, good match. Now they can go on their separate ways, and hopefully they have something for Tiffany to do or somebody for Tiffany to work with. They need more meat over there on SmackDown, because but anyway, I got John Cena and AJ Styles coming up next, and from what I hear, this is going to be an amazing match. This was straight finishers. Shut the fuck up, Wiser, with that bullshit. Hey, this AJ Styles and John Cena match, this was the most best whatever-ist word that you can ask for. This was the most sports entertained that I've been in a very, very long time. This match, this was such a fun match, yo. I don't see how anybody on any side of the fence can watch this match and not just feel ways. If you came up watching wrestling at any point in John Cena's career, and AJ Styles at the same time, if you came up watching them for any long period of time, let's say for about 15 years. Matter of fact, this isn't just a tribute, because this is what this match is. This match was a tribute match, a tribute to their careers, a tribute to the people that they feuded with, people that they had a relationship with in their wrestling careers. But it wasn't just a tribute to those people. This was a tribute to everybody that followed both of their careers. And the reason I say both of their careers is because John Cena isn't the only one that was tributing during this match. But first, let me say this. Even though this was finisher spam and everybody got their shit kicked out of, which I'm not going to say it bastardizes anybody's finishers, because the person whose finisher it is the person that's hitting the finisher. The way that John Cena transitioned into each of these finishers was a work of art. This, I want to say this match was art in its purest form when it comes to sports entertainment or wrestling. It really, really was. Because everything that the both of these guys did was so seamless. I beg of you, go back and watch this match and find me one botch. Find me one mistake. Outside of AJ Styles' 450 splash where his knees pretty much landed on John Cena's thighs. But so fucking what? He still hit it. This, like I said, John Cena wasn't the only one who was getting his tributes off. AJ Styles was getting his tributes off with he had the Coquita clutch with Samoa Joe. He had the Angel Wings from Christopher Daniels. There was moves that AJ Styles was pulling off of guys that he feuded with in TNA. And not only there, but also in WWE. And whatever moves he didn't get off of people that he rivaled, he was able to get off moves that John Cena couldn't fit in, or that wouldn't work for John Cena, that people that John Cena wrestled against. He was able to do those moves to Cena. For example, the sweet chin music. I mean, John Cena throwing the super kick would probably look kind of weird. So having AJ Styles being the one to get that move off, especially since it's pretty much become like not become, but especially since at a time it was a Bullet Club trope where everybody in the Bullet Club seemed to be hitting the super kick, it worked best that AJ Styles was the one to do it. By the way, speaking of Bullet Club, I absolutely love the announcements in this match, how they announced, or the lady with the crazy hair, how she announced John Cena and how John Cena gave her that paper so that she can know how to announce AJ Styles. I mean, from the very beginning, they had me in the feels, and I'm glad that I'm not on camera. But they had me in the feels from the very beginning because AJ Styles deserves that respect. And even down to the finish of the match and how they gave their show of respect, it just made me think AJ Styles was the man when he came into WWE, but he still had to prove himself. Now, Vince had already gotten the flyer on, hey, this guy is good, and he slapped the title on him pretty quickly. He still had to prove himself. And I don't know just how far in his WWE career he would have gotten without the John Cena stamp of approval that came really early in AJ Styles' WWE run. That meant so much. This match, so much symbolism, so many tributes, and so much respect was in this match. Everything about this was beautiful. Did we get a wrestling match? Well, they let you rest. They wrestled. They gave you the first 7 minutes. They gave you straight up wrestling. So for the people that wanted their wrestling fix, the people that are going to say, hey, man, they just finisher spam and they didn't really wrestle. Yeah, they did. They got that out the way early. And then they got to the finisher spins. Then they got to the tributes. Now, normally, this wouldn't work outside of this circumstance. By the way, can I say this? This is going to be really, really weird to say, but I want you to comprehend this and I want you to think about this. John Cena can make a very, very weird case as Wrestler of the Year. It's weird because he's had some horrible matches, as you guys would say. I personally liked some of the matches in his heel run, but in his babyface, like from the time that he turned back babyface and had that match at SummerSlam, and he had the before he turned babyface with CM Punk, you got the match with Randy Orton that was pretty good. John Cena's had some banger matches. And especially where they mattered most. I would say probably the only person that's rivaling him that we know of here in America at least would be Will Ospreay, but I don't know, John Cena, when the lights shine the brightest, Cena's not really missing. You take away the Brock Lesnar match and you take away, I think do you take away the first R-Truth? One of those R-Truth matches you take away. Either the one on the pay-per-view, I think it was Money in the Bank, or it was SmackDown. One of the two you got to take away. But you can't take away from the one on SmackDown because it kind of led into a story. Either way, neither here nor there. John Cena can actually make a case for Wrestler of the Year. He really could, in my opinion, because it's not only did you have the best technical matches, it's more so, to me at the very least, did you have the most memorable matches of the year? And if you look at the most memorable matches of the year, I think John Cena's pretty much got everybody beat. And I've never said that in my entire life. I've never in my entire life said that. A lot, and let's get back to this match, a lot goes to AJ Styles for taking this match, but when it came to the wrestling, AJ Styles carried. But then when it came to the tributes, that's where Cena shined the most. I just loved how Cena was able to transition and counter stuff into everybody else's finishers, man. There's still more finishers out there for him to do. There is still more out there for him to do that he ain't get to. But man, I it's been a while since I just enjoyed myself watching a match, man. And this was definitely one of those times. What's up next? I don't even know what match. Oh, the tag team girls. All right. Well, let's see what goes on there. Fuck. How do you finish? How do you follow that? Jesus. All right. Tag team women's action. The Kabuki Warriors, IYO SKY and Rhea Ripley. I gotta admit, they done delivered again. Let me say this off top. The Kabuki Warriors run that they're on right now, their tag team matches, they are miles better than what they were in their other runs. And not just talking about this match, but some of the other matches that they've been putting on since they got back together, they have been knocking it out of the park. In this match, no different. Actually, much better. I almost want to say it's a shame that they didn't win this match, but I completely understand why they couldn't win this match. But God, this was such a good match. And for Rhea to be in her, I don't want to say hometown, but like her home country. Can we say that? Home country? For her to be in her own home country, she was almost a bit of an afterthought in this match. Now, she was there, she was in it, but like, it's almost like we didn't need her. Like the three Japanese women, they did more than enough to carry the weight of this match. Not saying that Rhea didn't do anything, because she did. She was good. But the story that the three women, the Kabuki Warriors, what a trash name. The Kabuki Warriors and IYO SKY, the story that they were able to tell in this match, oh my God, this is the type of wrestling that I like, when it could take you on a bit of a journey, and there's turmoil, and there's feelings, and there's manipulation, and then there's sympathy and sorrow, and it just takes you on so many rides. I can't believe I feel this way about a match on a throwaway pay-per-view, PLE, pay-per-view, whatever these things are called now. This was a good match. However, I do gotta say about this Kairi Sane girl, I don't think she should do the Alabama Slam no more. I saw what she did on Monday. I saw what she did in this match. She might need to do another move. She might need it, because that Alabama Slam is not for her. Ring psychology. Love the way that they worked this match, keeping IYO away from making that hot tag. And they just worked over IYO and worked over IYO. With IYO getting her hope spots, and then eventually with Asuka being such a menace. And Asuka is a straight menace right now. Oh my God, she is evil. But with Asuka being such a menace, not letting her get that in, I mean, it gets to a point where IYO just gotta fire up and fight through the destruction that these two women are putting her through. And there was times in it, for her to get the hot tag. And there was times in this match where Kairi's an interesting one, because there's times in the match, most of the time in this match, where she's getting her shit in and it's pretty much all natural. And then like there'll be the times where she's on the ring apron and she's looking empathetic, and it's like, make up your mind, lady. Are you in it or are you not? Like which way? Like, it's just sometimes, like, if you're going to have that sympathy look, just have it throughout the match. And then when Rhea gets in the ring, move at a second gear. I'll be okay with that. It's like she kind of picks and chooses when she wants to feel sad, because like she'll be on IYO's ass, and then a little bit later she'll be having a sorrow look, and then she'll be back on her ass, and then she's jumping around and cheering, and then she's sad again. Is she a Gemini? I don't know when her birthday is. But anyway, this was a good match. I don't really have much to say on it, because it's pretty much straightforward as far as where they're going to be. Well, not where they're going to be going with it. It's going to continue. The story's going to continue with the three Japanese women. Hopefully, eventually, with them getting back together, because IYO is going to, maybe she's going to realize that Rhea's been playing her and them this entire time. Will she realize it before it's too late that Rhea's been playing them all? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, that's my prediction on how things are going to go between them, because Rhea still hasn't forgotten that she hasn't beaten IYO. And I don't think it's going to be over with them being friends. All right, up next we got Cody and Seth, and I'm sure that this match is about to be 2 hours. So Cody and Seth Rollins. All right, look, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I can't watch a Cody match. Look, I tried. Let me see how far into this match I'm at. I'm at 28 minutes on this, right? The match started at the, let's say, 9-minute and 30-second match. So I watched almost 20 minutes of this match. I can't do it. I can't, bro. Why does his matches have to go this long? I can't, bro. I'm just scrolling on the timeline. Bro, there's another 12 minutes of this match. I can't do it. I already know the finish. I saw the finish because when I woke up, the finish was happening. I caught the last like 5 minutes. Bro, I'm not watching a Cody match, dog. I'm not. Like, salute to Seth Rollins. I predicted that Seth Rollins would win. I didn't talk about it, but I knew that Seth Rollins would win. I just don't care. I'm sorry. I don't care. Overall, pay-per-view, if I would have to grade this thing, I would say for me, 3 out of the 5 matches hit. The Roman match, I mean, it was what it was. This Cody and Seth Rollins match, it's a typical fucking Cody match. It's gonna go excuse me, sorry for undercutting it. It's gonna go an hour and a half. It just brings my whole vibe down watching a Cody match. So I'm gonna cut my losses. I'm gonna stop right there. Penn State just survived the first half against Northwestern, so I hit on my parlay. I'm ending this. The show, I give it a B. I give it a B. If I continue watching this Cody match, it probably drops down to a C. But like, I give it a B. Those were 3 strong matches in the middle. The bookends, they could use some work. But I'm sorry that I sound different now. Yo, I can't do it. Can't do it. I can't do it.